What's going on, guys? I'm SimpleSimon. Welcome to Comics I Read. Today I've got 4 titles I'm going to talk about, but before we do that, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up to show some support for the channel, and obviously if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Let's do this. Well, let's start off with this one. How about that? This is Starfinder. Now, I pre-ordered this first issue, but they actually sent comic shops these ash cans. And I asked Mark, has anyone got dibs on that? So he gave me this, which is very cool of him. I read the description on Previews magazine when I pre-ordered, and this sounded cool. And then I read it, and it was not really my thing. Definitely a very Star Wars vibe to it. Again, if you haven't seen this before, I don't really give spoilers or anything like that. I basically just give you an opinion if I liked it or not. Definitely had Star Wars vibes to it. A lot of different sort of species and things like that. And obviously, look, I mean, from the cover, it looks very Star Warsy. It just wasn't my thing. It didn't grab me enough. It looks like it could have potential, but yeah, just this first issue really didn't do it enough for me. The characters didn't grab me. I've already pre-ordered the first issue, so I'll obviously pick up that when it comes in, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep going with Starfinder. But if anyone else gets around to reading this and you did enjoy it, or you continue to read this and you're seeing this now, please let me know if it gets any better. But yeah, first issue definitely was not my thing. Next, we're going to talk about, hey, where's the other issue? Planet of the Apes. I read the first 2 issues. I just don't know where issue 1's gone. That's kind of scary. You guys all know that I'm a Planet of the Apes guy. I've always loved the trilogy that came out, and I recently rewatched them all, and I was just like, yeah, Planet of the Apes is so good. I love those movies. So when the comic book series came out, I thought, I got to get the first issue, and then I think I just picked up the second issue off the shelf. I don't think I pre-ordered this. But yeah, this was decent. I actually quite enjoyed it. Reading the first 2 issues, not necessarily enough to make me run to the store and have to get the rest of them, but I would definitely potentially pick up maybe the first story arc if I can just find them on the shelves and things like that. I may actually continue with this. So I think it picks off between the first and the second movie. They have a little, I guess, flashback bit at the start about all the scenes that happened in the first movie. So I believe it's kind of set in between there, and they're basically trying to transport these apes to another place, but there's basically a group of people that basically want to help the apes and save them, and then there's another group of people that say no, they need to die, because obviously there's the simian flu, which is obviously originated from the movie, that's wiping out the world. So the world hasn't been wiped out yet, but there's people that are basically trying to help the apes, knowing that they need them to find some cure, I think is what it is. And then the other people were just like, no, we need to kill them because they're killing the human population. But yeah, I enjoyed these first 2 issues. Just not a lot happened, so not enough really grabbed me enough to be like, I have to read this. But I definitely would potentially pick up a few more issues if I just see them hanging around on the shelf at a store. So Planet of the Apes, I'm not going to go recommend it and say you have to read this, but if you're into Planet of the Apes, if you're a Planet of the Apes guy, maybe you should check it out. Alright, next one is Black Tape from AWA Publishing. I previously reviewed Trojan, which was on AWA, which I absolutely loved. This one sounded cool. So how I discovered this series was when I was doing my pre-orders, I noticed these covers they were doing. So they were doing the variant covers, which are all like music homages. So obviously Motorhead, Motley Crue, and AC/DC. So I thought, oh, they're cool. And then I read the description, and I think I read the description of issue 2. It's about a dead rock star's wife, essentially. He's recently passed away, and her life is taken over by all the people in his life, which is like, you know, record executives and bandmates and ex-groupies and things like that. And she basically discovers something odd going. So she lives in the house by herself now, big mansion, rockstar house, and she discovers something strange in the basement, let's just say. That's all I'll say. It was okay. I didn't mind it. I actually smashed through reading this as well. So normally when I can read really quick and retain the story, it normally means I'm enjoying it as I'm reading it. I don't think it was the best story in the end. Like, it's definitely a slow burn. Not a lot happens in the first 2 issues. It kind of ramps up a little bit in the 3rd and then just finishes in the 4th. I could have done without reading this. I wouldn't go out of my way to recommend this. I thought it was okay. I'm not gonna say it was bad. I just think not a lot happened. So yeah, Black Tape, check it out if you want. Again, it kind of had that whole Satan rockstar thing to it, so I was like, yeah, I should probably check that out. Sounds like it's up my alley. Okay, oh, there's Planet of the Apes one. Found it. The last one I'm going to finish with today is Specs. I read Specs issue 1 when it first came out, and I loved it. I absolutely loved the first issue of Specs. It was only 4 issues. 4 issues is perfect for me, to be honest, because I can read that in one night easily. But yeah, I knocked out the rest of the series in one night, and it was good, but, and I think Sarah shared the same opinion as me, it just didn't really go anywhere. Like, it just ends and it's like, okay, you know, like, did this need to happen? For those who don't know anything about it, basically it's about a bunch of kids who see, like, I think it's like an ad in like an old magazine for these like glasses. And then the glasses just appear. I can't remember if they try to order it or they call the number, and then the glasses appear at the house, and the glasses do weird things. But yeah, the first issue was very, it grabbed your attention because the cover was almost like an homage to that movie They Live. But the story was good. I just feel like it didn't, again, it kind of ended, and it's like, okay. Like, yeah, it wasn't like a thrilling conclusion. And like I said in I think a previous episode, and like I always say about comic books, a lot of comic books I really enjoy reading, and I like the idea of a miniseries where a story has a start and a finish, but I don't know if I've ever read a comic book that sticks the landing on the end. So if you guys have read this, let me know what you guys thought. But yeah, I thought it was good. Just the ending just didn't have much meaning to it, I find. Anyway, that is all for comics I read. I just filmed basically 3 episodes back to back of this. So if you guys enjoy this, like I said, let me know, because I will do more of these. Thank you to Matilda Gothica, who actually told me that she wanted to see more of this, and I was like, you know what? I need content, so yeah, sure. I'll talk about some books I read. So thank you guys so much. If you are still watching, again, I'd appreciate the support if you gave the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment, let us know if you've read any of these books. Any books you want to recommend to me, I'm all ears for that too. So until next time, I'm SimpleSimon. Tell your friends and keep it simple.